Hello there. You already know what inflation is. No? Then go check out our last video. Today, we'll talk about who controls inflation, how it's done, and how you can protect your money from it. So, who control inflation? In the United States, the central bank is the Federal Reserve. People call it the Fed. Its job is to keep prices stable and people employed. Other countries have central banks too. For example, the European Central Bank, Bank of Japan and Bank of England. These banks are independent from politics. The central bank is like the brain of the economy. How central bank control inflation? Central banks use special tools to fight with inflation. Tool number 1. Interest rate. What is the interest rate? It's the cost of borrowing money, shown as a percentage. For example, if you borrow $1,000 with a 10% interest rate, you'll have to pay back $1,000 plus $100 in interest. Depending on the inflation rate, the central bank adjusts interest rates, either up or down. If inflation is too low, the central bank lowers interest rates. This makes borrowing cheaper, so people are more likely to take loans. When people have more money, they will make more purchases. This will lead to higher prices and, accordingly, higher inflation. If inflation gets too high, the central bank raises interest rates. That makes borrowing more expensive, because people will have to pay back much more. So, fewer people take loans. They have less money to spend. And when spending goes down, prices start to drop, bringing inflation down with them. By adjusting interest rates, the central bank helps keep inflation in balance. Tool number 2. Controlling the money supply. That means how much money is flowing through the economy. How to control it? If the central bank prints too much money, people end up having more cash to spend. More money means more spending, and that pushes inflation higher. But if the flow of money slows down, people have less money and therefore less opportunity to spend it. This also reduces the rate of inflation. That's why it's so important to keep the money supply in balance. Tool number 3. Open market operation. So, what is the open market operation? This is the process where the central bank buys or sells government securities on the open market. So, how does this work? If inflation is too low, the central bank starts buying government bonds from commercial banks. This gives the banks more cash. They're now full of money. With more cash on hand, banks are ready to issue more loans to people. But how do you get people to borrow? Banks start competing with each other by lowering interest rates to attract borrowers. As loans become cheaper, more people borrow and spend. This puts more money into the economy, and inflation begins to rise. But if inflation is too high, the central bank does the opposite. It starts selling government bonds to commercial banks. This pulls money out of the banks. They end up with less cash. With less money available, banks can't issue as many loans. So, they raise interest rates. Higher rates make loans more expensive, and people borrow less. Less borrowing means less spending, which reduces the amount of money circulating in the economy. And that helps bring inflation down. So, by trading government bonds, the central bank can control the money flow. Buying bonds puts more money into the economy, which can increase inflation. Selling bonds takes money out, which helps lower inflation. How to protect yourself from inflation? If your money just sits there doing nothing, that's not a good thing. Have you noticed that over time, you can buy less with the same amount of money? That's because money loses value over time. It's better to put your money to work, invest it. Stocks, index funds, real estate, or inflation-protected bonds can grow faster than inflation. They help your money keep its power. Spending money is easy, but smart spending takes a little thought, and it saves you more in the long run. Start by tracking your money. Write down what you spend, every day, even small stuff. You might be surprised where your money actually goes. Look at your list. Are there things you don't really need? Cut them. That's money you can save or invest. Impulse buying feels good, for a moment. Try this. Wait 24 hours before big purchases. If you still want it tomorrow, go for it. If not, you've just saved yourself some cash. Smart spending is not buying anything. It's spending on what you really need. Buying one useful thing is much more important than a lot of useless junk. Inflation or not, debt with high interest drains your wallet. Pay it off as fast as you can. This will also help you save your money. The more you know, the better decisions you make. Use all available sources of information: newspapers, books, the internet, seminars, television, social networks. All this will help you stay informed. Invest, save smart, pay off your debts, and keep learning. Inflation doesn't have to win. Was it interesting? Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment. Thanks for watching and see you soon.